What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Dragon Traveler video, and today marks the start of the new banner for the Ironclad Commander Pompey. Now we're going to talk about if she's worth going for, and if she is, when you want to pull her, and also how many copies you're going to want to ideally go for her on this banner. So we do have her banner, but also we have the event going on, so the Gymnasium Locked Room Case. Now this event is like all the other events with new banners, where if you go to Startup Blessing here, ooh, did you guys just see that? Basically, whoa, okay. Basically, the skin that you can get, which you can see here, if I can get it to go away, is going to be available at 6 purple stars. So this is 8 copies. Now there's a way to cheese this with resonance actually, but regardless, the skin looks really cool. And you're probably going to want to pull for this many copies anyways, because you're going to see that her passives, when you get a lot of dupes of her, are really OP. So let's actually go to her kit and kind of talk about what she does. So the first thing you have to notice is she's part of the blue faction and the purple faction team. So she's mostly going to be played only in these two teams. You can use her as a universal tank in the early game if you are newer to the game, but mostly if you're not playing these blue or purple teams, you don't need her, because there's another tank in the game you can use instead for other teams, such as Athena, right, for the yellow teams, even the wild teams, right? And honestly, you could use her in a lot of different teams. And you could also use different tanks in the game, such as Oberoni for the red teams, right? And there's also going to be other guardians that come out later on, which we'll also be able to use. Now, for the late game, I would say Pompey is only going to be absolutely required, especially for the blue team. And that's going to be a reason why I'm pulling for her, because I do play that blue arcane team. So let's talk about her passive. So her passive is really strong. You're going to see that she reduces the target's damage dealt to her by up to 40%. So every time she deals damage, she applies a stack of this commander's intimidation. This makes it so that you can just be super tanky, right? She is a very tanky character because of this passive. It's like her bread and butter. And then when she gets to 5 stacks of this, she will gain attack equal to her max HP. So the way you want to play her basically is you want to actually get her to keep clicking away. You want to get to 5 stacks of this on something, and then after you get to 5 stacks, you enter this momentum burst, which gives you bonus attack, which scales with your max HP, and then you use her overdrive, which will do a ton of damage. So her overdrive is a single target attack, and this does so much damage. This modifier is absolutely crazy, and the damage on this scales with her stacks, right? So at 5 stacks, you do double damage, and this skill can also trigger punishment, right? And this is going to be the purple team, special effect, right? Which will apply more intimidation. So this skill is insanely strong. So I just want to tell you, this hits super hard. So if you're wondering why your Pompey on auto battle sometimes like one-shot stuff, it's this skill. Really powerful, right? It also pulls enemies, so it's really strong. Then we have her other abilities, right? She has her ultimate skill, which activates randomly, right, when you're autoing. And this is going to just be an AoE attack that will also heal her for each target hit. So she has like a lifesteal draining effect on this ultimate skill, which makes her pretty self-sufficient. She also gets increased max HP, and then she gains awakening whenever an ally uses an overdrive. So this makes it so that when she has awakening, she can consume it to cast Ironclad Surge an additional time. Ironclad Surge is the ultimate skill, so you could do this twice, so you could heal a ton. So you can see why she's really good. And then you'll also see whenever an enemy of 5 stacks of the passive dies, you'll get a shield for a percentage of your max HP, and you reset the cooldown of your overdrive. So in a way, she's gonna work similar to like Fenrir, where she's resetting. Because like with Fenrir, you're waiting to execute something, right? When they get low. With Pompey, you're waiting to get to 5 stacks to proc your, momentum burst. Then you overdrive and you one-shot something. It's pretty insane. So this character is like a really tanky character because she has this effect where she's taking less damage, and she also has a lot of life drain with her Ironclad Surge, and if you execute, you're getting a shield. So pretty insane character, I'd say. And for the blue team, you 100% want to get her. For the purple team, I also believe you want to use her as well as your main tank. I'm not too sure if she's as important for that team, because I think it's like one of the least played teams, honestly. But I know for sure if you're playing that blue team, Herman isn't enough, that SSR. You need Pompey as your main tank. So how many copies should you go for her? Pretty similar to a lot of the other characters, right? You're going to want to go to level 4 in the passive, especially because, you know, you're going to see with her passive, this is going to make it so that when you deal damage to a target with 5 stacks with your overdrive ability, which you're going to do like whenever you use this, honestly, the only time you're using this is when you have 5 stacks on the enemy. You're also going to heal, scaling with your attack and also with your lost HP. So this is pretty good because you are getting attack based off of your max HP anyways, right? So now I think it should be pretty obvious you're going to stack around max HP, because when you're stacking around HP, you're also getting attack out of it from the passive, so you're like double dipping. So yeah, this is going to be extremely strong. Now, is it worth going for, you know, high investment into your tanks? Yes, it is. Even though in like a lot of other games, stacking your DPSs is very good. For this game especially, it's like an auto battler, right? If your tank dies, your entire formation, your team's gonna just die. So I would say for Pompey, 100%, this one, the red 1-star, is definitely worth going for level 4, because you're also going to make her like heal a lot more off this, right? Whenever she uses her ultimate. So not ultimate, overdrive. So I think it's pretty important. Now the diamond star, right? 18 copies, level 7. You're gonna see when you're under momentum burst, which is 5 stacks. When your overdrive triggers that punishment, it will instead apply 5 stacks of your passive. Now this doesn't sound that good to me, honestly, because I feel like you're only using this when you're at 5 stacks anyways. So maybe it allows you to just snipe out targets that don't have 5 stacks. But I feel like it's not going to be that important. So I think hard stopping at 1 red star is usually going to be good enough for most people, unless you're like a Giga Whale and you want to get her to that diamond 1-star. Because honestly, as long as you have this heal, I feel like she's going to be tanky enough. And the most important thing about her is just making sure she's tanky enough. She's going to do enough damage with, you know, just this overdrive here. So for me personally, I think for sure if you're playing the blue team, you know, you want to pull for her. If you're playing for the purple team as well, she's a very, very good tank. I will personally go for 8 copies of her, because right now in my blue team, it's really sad. I have to use Herman with my resonance, which is 3 purple stars, and this character is nowhere near as tanky, right? She doesn't really do much in terms of tankiness. She has like debuffs and stuns and stuff like that and can interrupt. But compared to what Pompey can do, I think Pompey is going to be way more bulkier, so I'm pretty excited to pull for her. So yeah, let me know down below though what teams you guys are running. If you guys are using Pompey in that comp, or if you plan to use her there, let me know how many copies you're actually summoning for her. Like I said, going for 8 copies, and I think the biggest thing for me on top of that is why the hell not, because this skin is it's something else. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe down below to see more Dragon Traveler content. And if you guys are new to the channel or new to the game and somehow made it this far, make sure you guys check out Dragon Traveler using my link down below to get started for free.